Hello everybody, welcome back to another Space Marine 2 video. So, I just wanted to cover the new patch update, and I'm a bit late to the scene, but here we go. So, it says here, greetings Marines, the newest patch for Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2 is now live, packed with features, and yes, it brings ultra-wide support. Sadly I don't have ultra-wide, but all those that do, probably basking in its glory, so congratulations on that. And yes, it adds private lobbies to on operations mode, which is awesome because I joined a few games where people are like, sorry friend, you've got to go, we're waiting for another friend, so at least we don't have to deal with that kind of scenario now. There's also a new sparring arena on the battle barge, which is available in operations or eternal mode. It's a brand new area accessible directly from the launch bay. I think where it is there's the launch bay, and then do that staircase down, and there's that blocked off door. It's just there, and you can go in there with your friends, and I think it'd be pretty cool if if you joined a game and two people of the same class, you two fight it out, and then somebody gets to, do you know what I mean? Like that'd be kind of cool where somebody else is playing as a tactical, you're playing as a tactical, and you go into the arena, you fight it out, and whoever wins gets to play as that class. It's it's a bit of summer to, instead of giving each other the Death Star, because there's been a lot of that, hasn't there? So, another one. Reset your custom armor presets. So, what you do there is you go down to your heraldry, and then I think you just quite literally go up to the one that you want to reset it to. So, you've made a custom one, and you go up to like the Imperial Fist, for example, and you click, you hold that, and then your preset that you made becomes the Imperial Fist. So, pretty good idea. It helps a lot. You don't have to individually change all the different colours, so that's pretty good. Truly appreciate the feedback. Thank you. And if you have any, head over to the Focus Together forum, which there's been a lot of feedback on there, and I think there's a lot of good ideas that people have been giving the developers, and I'm so glad they're actually listening to us. We hope you enjoy the improvements brought by this update, The Emperor Protects. Okay, pretty cool. So here's what they meant by the reset. The sparring hub, yeah, I've literally just spoke about that. Ultra wide, yep. So here you can see, here's the example of where they're finding, for example, the white scars, and it replaces their heraldry down below. So it's certainly quicker to make your own unique versions of the chapters, and you don't have to change absolutely everything. So another thing, here we go, the gameplay and balancing tweaks. The marking tool has been updated. Okay, interesting. It's improved responsiveness and comfort of the social wheel with the mouse. Don't really use a mouse, I use my Xbox controller. Disabled unnecessary objects that do not require highlighting and worked poorly with it. So they've just removed a few items where you can't ping them anymore. So, and several minor bug fixes. Power Fist. Oof. It has felt a little bit underpowered, and well, they've greatly increased its charged attack. But heavy plasma, here's one. Base ammo increased by 5, and the blast damage is increased. Now that's pretty cool. Overheat per shot drastically decreased from 50 to 30 for charged shots. Okay, so that's a big deal. That's actually going to be really helpful. Fully fire off 3 charged shots now before it overheats. And then from 20 to 15 for the base shooting. Base damage slightly increased by 10%. That's pretty awesome. This heavy plasma I enjoyed it, and it seems like it's gonna be even more enjoyable to use now. Med stims. Okay, so I tested this out, and it's so much better. When you've got low on health and you get contested health back, and you pop a stim, it really does improve a lot. And the Aux grenade launcher ammo can only be refilled with ammo boxes around the map now. Cannot be refilled with the ammo cache. Okay. I did notice that a lot of people were abusing that, and bit of a, just didn't really, wasn't as fun when people were spamming the grenade launcher. And, okay, yeah, they were clearing through the ruthless difficulty pretty fast with it, but it still wasn't real. Anyway, campaign. Enemy aggressiveness on veteran difficulty in the campaign is decreased for better single player experience. I did hear a lot of people complaining that they couldn't complete it without friends, so okay, that's good, but the player's health on veteran difficulty is in the campaign is slightly reduced to compensate for the AI aggressiveness and armor management updates. Okay, interesting. Ooh, bots. Okay, here we go. Various inhibiting restrictions were lifted, allowing bots to be more helpful and effective while still not beating the game for the player, which, to be fair, there's a few times where the bots didn't really do anything. They just stood about and waited for me to execute the enemies for them, but hopefully they don't do that anymore. Bots will now help focus firing zoanthropes when the player attacks them. That was another thing. It was a bit annoying where the bots didn't really shoot the enemies, like zoanthropes, for example. They just stand there and just watch you struggle. But hey, I'm glad they fixed that. Heavily eased restrictions on bots finishing enemies instead of waiting for the player to... Okay, yeah, like I said before, that was really irritating. Bots are allowed to help with the gargoyle objectives. That's when all the flying Tyranids are like gathered around. For example, there's that lift section in the game where they're all wrapping around the chains of the lift and you've got to shoot them off. The AI didn't really help with that, but I'm glad they do now. Fixed a variety of bugs related to bots getting stuck. I didn't experience this personally, but I'm glad that they've fixed that. Fixed a bug where bots can run out of ammo. Okay, I didn't really experience that either, but I'm glad that's fixed. Okay, operations mod, here we go. A lot of people will be looking forward to this. The AI director has been tweaked. Spawn rules of chaos enemies and operations mode have been changed. Okay. The max number of Zangors with shields on the arena from 10 to 4. Okay, that's a big deal. Max number of cultist snipers in the arena have been reduced from 10 to 3. They were getting pretty aggressive with that. They used to be about 5. Just see all these lines pointed at you. Pretty crazy, where you just get stun locked when all 5 of them shoot you. Zangors in the arena have been reduced from 30 to 20. Okay. Rubric Marines with bolt guns have been reduced from 8 to 5. And the Rubric Marines with the Warp Flamers have been reduced from 4 to 3. Okay, that seems like the Chaos game, like the Chaos operations seem to be more playable in a sense. It did seem pretty crazy to have all these enemies at you at the same time. Perfect Parry has been updated, so now perfect parrying the Minoris is now worth it. Regarding block and fencing weapons, there's a bug been fixed in perfect parry window for fencing weapons. Now 20 frames window for a perfect parry and 10 frames for a vulnerability at the end of the animation. Okay. And then instead of 30 frames for the perfect parry, for the full animation. Okay, so they've changed that. The assault class ground pound now does 30% more damage. I did notice that it's certainly a lot stronger, a lot better, and I'm certainly enjoying the assault class a lot more. Armor boost drops, destructible crates. Okay, they've been reduced, so you don't get them as often, from 30 to 60. Okay, that's pretty good. There's a lot of stuff here. So, PvP. Improved player spawn system. Now, I've only had it once where this guy played an assault and he just rushed our spawn. And, well, we killed him eventually, but he was trying to spawn campers. So, hopefully that's fixed that. And they've reworked the grapnel launcher. So, that was really frustrating when you used to get grappled, but now you can sort of escape it. You can kind of get out of his way now. Well, and you can probably like, I know the Bulwark, I've blocked it once now, at least. So it certainly helped out in this sense, and you certainly have a chance to actually counter him now. But hopefully they don't nerf it anymore. I think it's in a good place now, so fingers crossed they don't do anything else. Okay, so AI, they've changed a lot there. So AI, reduce the enemy's ability to stun lock. Reduced ability to stun lock enemies at range across all AI characters. So I'm guessing the AIs were like stun locking the enemies from a distance. Okay. Accuracy of ranged enemies is reduced when attacking off screen, and accuracy of ranged enemies is reduced when melee attacking. Oh, melee engaged players. Okay, so whenever you're attacking, say like a warrior with a big, rifle, he'll probably start missing his shots when you're throwing hands with him. That's pretty good. Regarding Hormagaunts and Zangors, melee attacks now deal specific amount of damage instead of removing complete armor segment. To be fair, that was really frustrating. You wouldn't think such a little, enemy would do so much. I'm so glad that they've actually made it more. It feels like they're actually trying to scratch away at your shield, then get at you. It just feels a lot better. Zoanthrope, psychic scream damage, passing time from 0.5 to 2 seconds. To prevent one-shot damage. Psychic scream damage reduced from 11 to 8. Yeah. Psychic scream effective range reduced from 50 to 40 meters. Psychic scream cast range is reduced from. Okay, it's reduced by 10 meters. Okay, so Termagant, Flash Borer spray attack damage reduced from 1 to 0.5, and then the spray attack damage reduced 0.3, 0.1, isn't. That's basically the same sentence. They've just. I'm not sure what they've done there, but well, anyway, they've reduced that. Tyranid Warrior with a Devourer, projectile damage reduced from 0.9 to 0.6 per projectile. That was a really good shout because they were literally melting our shields. The Rubric Marine with a Warp Flamer, so his icon flame is reduced from 9 to 6. I think that's when he does the burst with the red icon to dodge. Not quite sure. The burst damage. Oh no, the icon of flame is when he shoots the floor and it's like a AoE damage. Flame of burst is down to 6 to 4 per shot. Okay. And shooting, that's just like basic, you can't dodge it, but from 6 down to 4. So they've heavily nerfed the Warp Flamer and they've reduced his health, so might be more effective to kill those guys now. Spray attack damage reduced from 1.5 to 1. Okay, the long range bolters were doing pretty good damage too, and it's still pretty effective. I went into a game of Ruthless and it just, we still lost, so we got right to the last enemy. I think it was we were in the boss battle with the Helldrake, and well, things went wrong there. Precise shot with a red indicator has been reduced from 4 to 2 damage. They've reduced the frequency of teleporting to disengage. I think that was getting pretty frustrating, and they've also reduced his health down to 10%. Zangor the Shield, they've greatly reduced his health. Like, these things were ridiculous. It felt like I was shooting a chapter master in the face with a water pistol, honestly. So glad that's been, sorted. The Carnifex. So the rage phase updated becomes faster and even more aggressive. That's pretty good. Taunt frequency is reduced, so he's gonna stop screaming at you and just gonna actually go for you. A bug fixed where his Corn of Thorns attack wouldn't fire projectiles. Didn't see that. Not really had that often, but hey ho. I'm glad that they've sorted that. Here's a big one. The Hive Tyrant. So his health has been increased, and his resistance to explosives and metal weapons has been increased as well. So I know a lot of people went in there with just, like, for example, they played the heavy, the tactical, and the vanguard. They'd go in there with all metal weapons. The tactical would hit his specs, and they just literally, the first wave of the attack, literally you'd go into phase 2 almost straight away. It's crazy. Customization. Okay, so they've fixed they've changed some of the colours to make them more accurate. Administratum grey, auric gold, and celestia grey colours. Okay, so they fixed that. They fixed the icon for those. Fixed several issues with default colours being the wrong for some chapters, i.e. Iron Warriors. Okay. Vanguard Relic Right Glaive now requires 29 victories instead of 36. I'm guessing that was an issue. Did I say 26 or 36? It's 36. Added a colour pattern called Glaive's Pattern, allowing players to customize the bottom half of the legs separately. So here you can see they've finally done that. Because I'm such a big Silver Templars fan, I'm really hoping they add a bit where you can just change the colour of this, like the pectoral area. That'd be really cool, so I can have like the rest of it silver, and then the chest area being black. You know, like the good old Silver Templars are. Maps fixed several issues with preventing. Okay, so this is just like collision issues and other little things like that, like the Helldrake timing. Then here's just a couple of general ones. Fixed a bug where changing loadout mid operation would restore health. I had that once or twice, where I'd be absolutely just borderline like 1 HP. I'd find one of these. I'd run out of ammo. Oh, I need some ammo, and I took it. I'm like, oh, I'm back on full health. What happened there? They've improved the jump pack responsiveness. That's amazing. I'm glad they've sorted that. Fixed several issues with the trials. I'm not sure what issues there were, but I didn't have any issues. I've got gold on them all, so yeah. Fixed a bug where there is rare cases. Controls will stop working after okay, so after doing a finisher. That's not good. Well, it is good because they fixed it. Fixed a bug where the player does not receive armor data from a Hellbrute. Oh, okay. Fixed a bug causing the Vanguard's Adrenaline Rush perk description to show 1% instead of the actual 10%. Okay. Fixed announcer spam in Eternal War. That's good. Fixed multiple ways to duplicate ammo in operations mode. Okay, so I think there was a thing where if you have I think it's the plasma rifle and the bolt pistol on the tactical, if you get a kill or you do something with the bolt pistol, it completely replenishes the ammo of the plasma rifle, and hopefully that's what they mean by that. Fingers crossed. Fixed a bug where the grapnel launcher would get cancelled if overlapping with small geometry. Glad that's fixed. Fixed a bug where the tactical perk Emperor's Vengeance did not work with the plasma incinerator. Okay, I didn't know that wasn't working. Fixed a bug with several weapons would restore more than actual contested health. Yeah, that's that where they fixed the contested health, where literally people are getting back to full health from literally nothing. Fixed several issues that were causing loss of saves. Okay, guessing that's to do with the campaign. Fixed an unidentified voice at the end of the story that was assigned to the wrong character. Interesting. That's very, very interesting. Anyway, lots of minor UI fixes and improvements. Lots of minor animation fixes. No, yeah. So, this is pretty good first patch. They've certainly outdone themselves. I'm certainly happy with it. I'm certainly having just as much fun. They've not really, doesn't feel like they've changed much except the chaos feels more playable, feels a lot better to play in, and well, I'm still having a fun time. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.